All right, I want to welcome everybody to episode 2, Life in the Shadows. We're going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off and kind of figure out where we're going to go from here. I got some notes written down. Like I said, I do this all live. I don't believe in editing, mainly because I suck at it. But we'll get into this. Today's topic is kind of a lot of you guys are going to understand it and kind of understand where I'm coming from, hitting back on some of the stuff we talked about last time, communication, all that other stuff. But I had kind of a recent event happen in the last, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to get into it, names or nothing like that. But it kind of sparked something in me to talk about demons. Not like the literal fucking demons of hell, although sometimes we feel that it's that way. Our inner demons, the demons we deal with as individuals, people, soldiers, veterans, however you want to word it. And the struggles that they can cause on us. Excuse me. A lot of times we say things and people don't understand where we're coming from or why we say what we say or why we act the way we do, kind of, again, touching into the last segment. But demons are a big part of that. So let's kind of get into this. The demons we face, time out. Thank you for everybody who watched the last video and who's been watching any of these videos. I really appreciate the love and support, the likes and all that shit, man. It really means a lot to me. Trying to get this out to the community. I'm going to start pushing it a little hardcore sooner or later. It's just a YouTube channel for right now. A couple videos. Again, I'd like to do a podcast when I get set up later. Maybe get a second mic and do some interviews and shit. Kind of get the feedback of what's going on. And if you watch the videos, man, I'm sorry. I'm like an animated talker. I fucking talk with my hands like a fiend, but whatever. So just want to shout out some love. All right, so dipping into this, demons are something we all deal with. I don't really want to say everybody's free of them. Demons come in the form of vices, addictions, habits, shit like that. And some of it's just mental trauma and other shit we go through. And, as a society and as a community and shit like that, man, it plays havoc on us. It wreaks havoc on how we live our lives and what we do. So, getting into that, I'm going to give you my thoughts on demons and some of the dark places. And maybe you kind of understand where I'm coming from. I'm not going to get specific on why I think I have demons, because I know I do. My demons are there, and for whatever reason you may have some demons that you feel are like way worse than others, or you feel like the struggle. But let me ask you this: when do you feel your demons coming on more? Like when do you like take a second to think about that? When do you feel that your demons are right there? And maybe demons isn't the word for it for you. Maybe for you it's like somebody sitting on your shoulder, somebody talking to you, and I don't mean like literally fucking speaking to you. I mean like a little voice inside. Some people call it a conscience. With me, what I've noticed is when I have a lot of alone time, and even worse, when I have a lot of alone downtime. And for those of you who don't know what down means free space, empty space, white space, whatever you want to call it. It's just me and my thoughts. So like late at night when I'm not sleeping, or, when I have too many days off work, I'm just like, what the fuck, and I'll sit, things will get still, life will slow down. The silence kind of sets in. You kind of feel where I'm going with this. I know a lot of y'all do. And that's when everything starts to kind of, I don't want to say unfold, but you start to feel them kind of crawling up your spine, in your head, kind of, talking in your ear and shit. Some of them are good, some are bad. I'm not going to say some are trying to fucking say some shit they shouldn't, but they're there. It's the reminders, like you've been through this door in your life and you've been on the other side. You've seen this other world, whether it's something horrific, not horrific, whatever. And it's a reminder that this is a part of you. Not so much the kind of part that is the driving factor of, why you do things on a daily basis, but it kind of is. But inside, deep inside, and that's when I hear it the most. When I'm alone, I have a lot of downtime and I can sit here and think. And the minute I get into my head, that's when it fucking sucks. Like You're just thinking about everything that could or couldn't have been, should or shouldn't have been, whatever have you. Those are the moments that people, and I'm going to speak generally at this moment because I'm not 100% sure on this, but in my opinion, in my time on this earth and, through my observations, it's those moments of silence that the demons are really amplified and wound up and riled up. And that's when the drugs and the booze and the shit like that kicks in, and it amplifies the fuck out of it. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know that the military in general breeds fucking alcoholism. Now, you might get mad at me for saying that, but it's fucking true and you know it. Everyone who's been in the military understands what I'm saying. Not saying that we're, getting drunk and running into people and doing stupid shit like that, but it's nothing to come home, have a beer or 7 and not realize you're doing it, not intending to do it. But you sure as shit just drink that 6-pack or half of that 12-pack, not realizing, I just wanted a beer and a shower. I didn't beer and cut the grass. And fuck, next thing you know, you're, and they're talking to you. And then something else triggers it even more. So you have to fight those moments. You have to fight that. And what I like to do is when I feel like it starts to get silent around me or quiet, or that white space starts to come in, I try to find something to do. I know I'm a 40-year-old, but I'll play video games, listen to music. I'm big on playing music when I have nothing else going on in the house. Put on some tunes, get in a shower, shave, whatever I'm doing. I got some tunes in the background because I feel like it keeps things quiet in my head by keeping things loud outside. Maybe you kind of understand what I'm saying with that, maybe not. But for me, it's a tool. And finding your tool, finding your niche to help keep those things at ease or at bay is awesome. So play around with some stuff. Who knows what may or may not work for you? Baking, cooking, sewing. I don't know. Working on cars, spray painting sidewalks. I don't know. Robbing a bank. Just joking. But shit, kind of take it into context. So with that, okay, well, let's go into the next part of this. I got to cheat on my notas. There's different types of demons, and a lot of us try to classify it, or we try to act like our demons are more important than somebody else's demons, or our trauma in life or conflict in life or whatever you want to call it is different. That's not always the case. It's all dependent on the person. And I'm not going to get into the combat vets, community. I'm talking about you civilians and us veterans in the community and not the community. Think about it like this. Person A gets into a car accident and they almost die. Person B gets into the exact same car accident and they almost die. Person A has a different way of looking at things than person B does. So person A develops PTSD from the car crash, depression, anxiety, and it really fucks them up because their mental capacity or their mental outlook on things took some serious damage. Maybe not literal physical damage, but it took a heat round. It took a hit. Where person B has been exposed to certain things and been bred a certain way or whatever have you, or may just be callous to fucking life because they're cold and they don't get PTSD from it, or they don't get that thing. And I know PTSD is kind of like a fucking forbidden fruit. It's a word we don't talk about, or a phrase. I get it, but it doesn't describe a lot because think about it. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. It doesn't say military fucking only. It doesn't say combat fucking veteran only. It doesn't say shit like that. It's not exclusive to one thing. It's not exclusive to war or something crazy. It could be a fucking dog bite. It could be a, God hope this doesn't happen, but a rape or a serious incident, murder, shit like that in the family, a serious car accident. And just because somebody says it, and again, I don't throw around labels and I don't like being fucking labeled. And I know a lot of people don't, but some people will honestly wear that label like a badge of fucking courage. And that's good for them. If that's how they're coping, if somebody rolls up and they're like, yo, man, and in conversation, they say, well, I have PTSD because of X. Well, I get it. Just because I wouldn't describe what you went through as a fucking horrible traumatic event doesn't mean that you didn't truly go through some trauma in your life during that event. This is a lesson that took me years to get beyond. I swear to God, I thought if you didn't go overseas, who the fuck were you to talk about PTSD? Shut your fucking mouth. You're a pussy. But after talking to veterans, civilians, rape victims, murder victims, not maybe the victim because obviously they're dead, but like their family members, being a police officer and talking to all these people, family violence people, I soon learned over time that I was dead fucking wrong. Man, not only was I dead wrong, I was a big asshole for thinking that way. Because who the fuck was I to tell these people that they rolled through a hell in their own world? And I was going to be that judgmental dick who's like, wow, that ain't PTSD, motherfucker. You're a pussy. You're a bitch. That's cold, man. That's fucked up. I had to go back and eat my words and say sorry to a lot of people for a lot of things I said back as a younger soldier, younger person. And I'm learning that now. So I'm saying all that to say this, that you need to understand that just because you don't classify something as traumatic doesn't mean somebody else does. Just because you don't see the demons they have from that situation doesn't mean there's not fucking demons there. You're not them. That's not your fight. That's their fight. And just like you like your time to think about things or not like to think about things, they deserve the same fucking respect. We're in this together. This is one of those categories that doesn't really fucking solely wrap around the veteran community or wrap around the victim community. I mean, everybody has demons, financial gains and losses. You want to fucking cheat on your goddamn wife. That's not traumatic, but shit, you got probably a demon or two in your closet, Don't do that. It's bad. Especially my wife is watching this. I don't cheat on you. I love you, babe. But you see what I'm saying? It could spur up from anywhere. So just because something doesn't bother you doesn't mean it's not going to bother somebody else. And just because somebody says they have PTSD and labels themselves and wants to wear it that way, that doesn't mean they're weak. It means they're dealing with their shit. And if you're going to get super judgmental on it and super passionate about somebody classifying themselves as X, you might need to take a look at your fucking self. You might be the one with a problem. You might be externally throwing your internal emotions. Whoa, that sounded pretty saucy. You might be throwing your internal emotions externally because you're scared of what you're dealing with, because you think you're fucking alone, because you feel like nobody else understands, because, man, what I went through, nobody was there. And that's wrong, man. Woman, whatever. You're not the only person who gets to say that you went through some hard shit in your life. That ain't how it works. I'm not going to say that. My pops wouldn't say it. My mom wouldn't say it. My sisters wouldn't fucking say it. None of my soldiers would fucking say it. But if you're thinking this is some shit, man, they don't know. They're not on my fucking level. And you're fucking wrong. Because you don't know that story. And that story may have been worse than you. Look, I'll be the one to tell you. And this is my personal, this isn't the community feel, this is my personal feel. A lot of us who went overseas, yes, we saw some shit. Yes, some shit happened, whatever you want to call it. Cool. I don't give a shit. Call me a liar. Don't call me a liar. One of the things that I will put hand in hand with combat, hand in fucking hand with combat, and you can hate me all day for saying this, is a rape victim. A woman or male that suffered sexual assault at the hands of another. That is a war. That's a fucking fight. That's something that emotionally, mentally, and physically fucks somebody up so goddamn bad that you going overseas and maybe getting shot at a little bit or blown the fuck up. Yeah, also very fucking bad. But you had some people there to be there for you. You had your friends, your brothers, your teammates, your leaders, your subordinates, whatever you want to call it. Most of the fucking time, like 90-something% of the time, you want to get factual here, that rape victim, that sexual assault victim was by their goddamn self. They took that fight on. They took the brunt of that shit on by themselves. So if you want to say that that person doesn't have PTSD, go fuck yourself, because I guarantee they do. And I will not talk disrespectfully about the veteran community and the 22 some odd people a day that kill themselves because of what they do, however that number fluctuates. Do the statistical math of how many rape, sexual assault victims murder themselves or kill themselves. That shit is just as high as us. So when we try to single ourselves out like we're better than everybody else, sure, we really do believe that. That's cool. I get the mentality. There are other people out there that have suffered just as much as we have. And us being the warriors of our nation, us being the warriors of our generation, those are the people that we need to fight for too. Those are the people that we need to identify as they needing help. just like us. And helping them too if you can. Remember what I said about please, sirs, yeses and ma'ams, thank yous and hellos and shit like that? That may be that one fucking word of niceness you said to that person that you have no idea about the demons they're fighting. And that noise killed the silence in their head. And it put the demon back in the closet for just a little bit longer. Think about that shit, man. It's crazy to think that you could walk by somebody on the street, fucking Walmart, because everybody goes to Walmart, and see this individual, like they're down on their luck, they're sad, and you're like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, how's it going? Hey, man, have a good day. Oh, and they'll look at you like you're fucking crazy. Like, well, okay, you too, stranger motherfucker. But they may go back and think about that. Somebody told me good day. Somebody was nice to me today. See, so that what we talked about last time and the little challenge I gave you could go hand in hand with the shit we're talking about right now. That the demons. And I say demons because most of us military, okay, I'm not even going to say that shit ass statement. A lot of my friends, that's what we call them. I'll get on the phone with my buddy and be like, yo, man, them demons fucking with you. I ain't heard from you in a hot minute. And they'll be like, yeah, they're tap dancing on my soul right now. I know what he's talking about. I don't judge him. I don't care. But I get it. And I'm there for him. You know? Them demons, man, they'll make you do some crazy shit sometimes, you know? Sometimes you do drugs to get rid of them. Sometimes you drink to get rid of them. Sometimes you take sleeping pills to sleep it away. It's not going to help. It's going to amplify it. It's going to make it fucking worse. So if you're hearing this now, if you're seeing this now, if you believe you have an addiction, I highly, highly recommend you go get help. Because I'll be the first to tell you that not everybody, a lot of people lose that fight with their demons. My oldest sister lost her fight with her fucking demons. Okay? And that's some shit I had to witness personally, right? So go get help. If you have demons and you feel like they're winning, if you have an addiction and you feel like it's fucking getting the better of you, be the stronger person and ask for help, because it's not a sign of weakness. It's not weak to say, I need help. It's not weak to put your hand out to the people that understand you, your mom, your dad, your loved ones and sisters. It's not weak to do that. That's the strong person. That's the dominant alpha inside each and every one of us, each and every one of you. That's that alpha trying to get out, trying to show its face. You asking for help is a sign of strength that you wouldn't believe that I've seen in my life. The stronger person always knows when they need help. The weaker person is the one that keeps running down the fucking rabbit hole. I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to put you on some soapbox if you have an addiction, and you know you do, because we all know who's got them. We're not dumb. You know, we can look in the mirror and damn well know that we drink too much or do too many drugs or whatever your vice is. Even sleeping with too many chicks is a fucking problem, or too many dudes. You got that itch and you need to scratch it. You need help. So get it. Don't fuck around. Don't be a bitch about it. Go get that goddamn help. Don't be a fucking statistic. We don't want to read about it. We love you too much to let you do it. So call. Better yet, if you ain't got nobody to call, throw a fucking comment on my video. Check it out, Fern. Fucking life sucks. Guarantee I'll text back when I can. If I see it, I'll fucking blow it up quick. And if you're in my phone book, you're damn well getting a phone call. Okay, my DM is just as big as anybody else's. Feel free. And that isn't a sex joke. That's a motherfucking straight truth. I do answer DMs and I do help people. I'm all about it. Remember, the goal here is to help that one person. Could be those demons that are getting this fucking person. So again, a lot of crazy shit. We need to make sure that we're looking at life from all angles. Okay, our battlefield, just like they teach us here, and I'll teach you there, our battlefield's 360. Okay, 360 degree security at all times. In your head, in your atmosphere, in your environment. Always. And just remember that just because you're a civilian or you're not, you're military or you're not, your struggle is not unaccounted for. Okay? You are important to somebody. You do mean something to somebody. We're all God's creations. And I don't believe that, and you know, I'm not going to get all religious on you people right now, because that's just not who the fuck I am. I believe religion's a personal thing, but I don't think that the God Almighty, this big badass dude, I don't feel like he just put everybody on here for some random fucking checkers game. If you're listening to this and you're having problems, you were put on this earth for a fucking reason. It's up to you to find that reason. I feel like my reason right now, amongst other things, is to help people, to get my voice and my videos heard and seen, that maybe I can help somebody. I guarantee between these videos, I'm trying to do them a week apart, I guarantee between these videos, I help 3 or 4 people randomly. I notice that they're sad. I ask them questions. And again, they help me by allowing me to help them because I learn from people. You know, my old man's got a saying, if you can't learn something every day, you might as well stop living. Haha, joke, joke. But it's true. You should, not the not living part, but you should try to be learning something every day. And it could be the stupidest shit in the world, but you need to learn it. Again, that's another way to keep those demons at bay. Learning, doing something, okay? Keep headbutting my mic like a fucking junkie. So, each of us are different. A lot of us are the same. Some think we're the same, but we're different. However you want to look at it. But I'll leave you with this, and I'll get off of this one, and we'll move on to some other things. Remember that just because somebody didn't go to war doesn't mean they're a fucking bitch because they have problems. Be better than that. I challenge you to be better than that. Okay? All of us. Vets, non-vets, combat vets. You know what I'm saying? All of us, civilians, humans in general. We as a species need to be better. I said that right. I truly believe that one of the things that helps me when it comes to my demons, and maybe you can try this, and the stupidest thing about it is I heard it in a song somewhere. I couldn't tell you who sang, and I don't fucking know, but I don't believe in fearing my demons. I think when we fear our demons, we tend to run from them. And inherently, when we run from them, we run right fucking into them. If I fear my demon and I'm going to use this bottle of beer, I'm going to drink this fucking booze, I'm feeding the demon I'm trying to run from because, like I said, they just amplify. They just get louder in our fucking heads. And yes, I did tell you that I listen to music and shit like that to keep the quiet out. I didn't say anything about keeping the demons out. I said keep the quiet out. I don't like it quiet. I fully embrace the fact that I have demons for a variety of reasons. And those are my fucking reasons and not yours. And I'm not going to start sharing them. Not yet. Those are my reasons. Those are my demons. But they're mine. They play with me on my playground, on my rules, on my terms. Keeping them on a leash has made me feel safer and stronger than ever trying to fight them motherfuckers. And I have done dumb shit in my life. I have tried to find alternative coping mechanisms to shut it down, and it always made it fucking worse. Hear me. Always made it fucking worse. Because I'm not talking to you about this subject without knowing the reality of what's behind it. So instead of fearing your demons or trying your vices and shit, and if you do need help, there's a lot of places out there. Please get the help you need. Come here, go wherever you fucking need to go. The goal is that one person, maybe in the end, hear what I'm saying, find the respect you need for your demons and own those motherfuckers. Put them on your terms, on your playing field, on your fucking soccer field, whatever you want to fucking call it. Embrace them. They're who you are. Those demons that you have sitting in your fucking head, in the dark part of your soul, in the black part of the fucking night, in the deepest corners of the closet, those motherfuckers are more of you than what you realize. They're the bad, they're the good, they're the survivalist, they're the fighter. Those are part of you. So instead of being scared of you, embrace the alternative side of you. I always make a joke that my demons keep me warm at night, But again, I don't know. So my challenge to you after this video is pretty simple. Okay, I'll get off this. Not too bad of a long one today. Try to see if you have demons. Okay, we all know that. Do the quiet challenge. Sit somewhere quiet and still and let your mind wander. Does it go to good places? Does it go to bad places? And try to figure out how to fight back your mental state to where you want it to be. Meaning if you sit quiet and it goes to the darker side of things, start working on pulling it. Immediately start thinking of better thoughts. Unicorns and fucking snow cones, whatever. Try to get your demons on a leash and never, ever, ever, ever not love who you are. You're perfect just the way you are, broken and battered, scarred, bruised. I'd rather have a real you than a fake someone else any fucking day. You are loved. We do want to be there for you. The world does need you. I want everyone to have a great night, and I will catch you on the next one. It's been a great time talking to you guys, and we will see you again. All right, guys. Life in the shadows.